Today, we are diving deep into what science actually says about living a happier, more fulfilling life. So let's get straight into it. We all want to be happy, right? But what if the way we're going about it is the exact thing that's making it so hard? We're kind of programmed to think the next big promotion or that shiny new thing will be the ticket. But as we're about to see, the science points in a totally different direction. And just look at this number, the World Happiness Report. I mean, it's staggering. Over 1 billion adults are dealing with things like anxiety and depression. It's like the more we chase happiness, the more it slips through our fingers. I'm Ravi, by the way, and welcome to our Think Well, Live Well channel. So this World Happiness Report. It's really this crazy happiness paradox. But what do? Well, we've dug through decades of research, talked to the experts, and boiled it all down to just three powerful keys that can unlock real lasting happiness. And it's all backed by science. All right, key number one. This one comes from, and I'm not kidding, one of the longest and most incredible studies on adult life ever conducted. We're talking about the relationship factor. So check this out. The Harvard Study of Adult Development. This thing has been going on for 85 years. They've tracked the lives of thousands of people, from a future president like JFK all the way to folks from Boston's inner city neighborhoods. All to answer one giant question: what really makes for a good life? And after all that time, all that data, you know what the single biggest takeaway was? It wasn't money. It wasn't fame. Nope. It was the quality of our relationships. The study's director, Robert Waldinger, put it so bluntly: loneliness kills. He says, it's just as deadly as smoking or alcoholism. Can you believe that? Okay, and this is the part that just blows my mind. The study found that how satisfied you are with your relationships at age 50 is a better predictor of how healthy you'll be at 80 than your cholesterol levels. Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. So these good relationships, they're like this invisible force field around you. They literally buffer you from life's stresses. They help keep your mind sharp and your memory strong as you get older. And they can even help with physical pain. So yeah, investing in those connections, that's not just nice. It's probably one of the most powerful forms of self-care there is. Okay, so connection is absolutely huge. We got that. But what about what we do? Well, our second key dives into the surprising biology of giving. It's what scientists call the helper's high. You've heard the saying a million times, right? It's better to give than to receive. But have you ever stopped and wondered why it feels so good? Jacqueline Way tells this great story about singing Christmas carols in a hospital with her dad. She saw that the joy she gave to others, well, it came right back to her. And it turns out there's some serious science behind that feeling. Yeah, this isn't just some feel-good platitude, it's straight up biology. Researchers have found that our brains are literally hardwired to reward us for being kind. They've even given it a name, the helper's high. It's a real physical thing. And here's how it works. It's all about brain chemistry. When you do something nice for someone, your brain just floods with all the good stuff. You get a rush of endorphins, that's that natural high feeling. You get oxytocin, the love hormone. You get more serotonin, which is like your body's happy transmitter. And at the same time, it lowers your cortisol. That's the nasty stress hormone. It's like a built-in recipe for happiness. And this isn't just a small effect, it's contagious. There is a project called 365 Give. It was started by a 3-year-old and it inspired a single TEDx audience of 2,000 people to generate, wait for it, over 700,000 acts of giving. I mean, come on. That just goes to show you how a tiny act of kindness can create this massive positive ripple effect. All right, so we've got strong relationships and the power of giving, two massive keys. But this last one, key number 3, this might be the most important one of all. It's about a choice. The choice of where you put your focus. Tony Robbins puts it perfectly. We don't experience life. We experience the life we focus on. Let me repeat that. We don't experience life. We experience the life we focus on. Think about it. Your brain is a filtering machine, and whatever you choose to focus on day in and day out, that becomes your reality. Whether it's good or bad, that's up to you. And if you want proof, look at this wild study. They compared people who won the lottery with people who had recently become quadriplegics. Now, you'd think their happiness levels would be worlds apart, right? While after 3 years, both groups were back to their original happiness baseline. The lottery winners, a lot of them were actually miserable, feeling used by everyone. The quadriplegics, they found incredible joy in the tiniest bits of progress, like moving a finger. It just shows that our circumstances don't dictate our happiness. Our focus does. And this isn't some new age idea. Abraham Lincoln, a guy who knew a thing or two about failure and hardship, said it over a century ago. Most people are as happy as they really choose to be. It's a timeless truth, right? Our inner world, our focus is so much more powerful than our outer circumstances. Okay, so let's recap. We have our 3 huge science-backed keys: relationships, giving, and focus. The big question now is, so what? How do we actually use these keys, not just as ideas, but as part of a real daily shift toward a happier life? The good news is, it's not about a big life overhaul. You don't need to quit your job, move to Bali, or meditate for 6 hours a day. This is about small, consistent actions, simple shifts that slowly rewire how you experience your world. First, connect. Not just to the Wi-Fi, but to people. Call a friend. Text someone you care about. Make that little bit of effort even when you don't feel like it. Because connection isn't just nice, it's necessary. It's how we remember we matter. Second, give. Not money, not grand gestures, just something. Hold the door open. Let someone merge in traffic. Smile at the barista. Feed a stray animal. Tiny acts of kindness don't just help others. They remind you of your own strength, your own goodness. And third, choose. Every day, choose your focus. You have that power. Even just for 1 minute, pause and notice what you're grateful for, or what you've done today that made you proud, even just a little. That's how you shift your state, not by escaping, but by seeing differently. And that's the point. Happiness isn't something you find, it's something you build. Not a destination, but a rhythm, a mindset, a way of moving through the world. And the best part, you already have the keys, right here, right now. So the only question left is, what one key are you going to turn today? Start small. More importantly, start now, and keep going. If you've enjoyed this episode, check out some of the other topics here on the Think Well, Live Well channel. Our mission is simple: to help us all think more clearly, live more fully, and grow together one mindset shift at a time.